it forever, kind of off-site solutions and sustainability have been considered like a sin. Like you're not good enough to do it on site. Like Claire said, oh, you know, the challenge is always net zero on site, like zero buildings. Thankfully, industry, including in Australia, has moved mostly away from that old-fashioned attitude of we must do it on site. And Green Star, again, has helped by recognizing we don't have to do things on site anymore. We need to participate in sustainable systems. But a lingering aspect of that old school, like obsessive compulsive, got to do it on site issue is the notion of offsetting. The residual carbon that always comes from the building can only be dealt with through off-site solutions. And that's generically considered dubious, murky, sinful business. Like we're paying for our sins because we weren't good enough. That's nonsense. We need to embrace the offset as not just the only way to manage residual carbon, but a fantastic opportunity to lead to all sorts of other really important societal global benefits that aren't frankly getting addressed through policy and other mechanisms. Creating green space is a really great and immediately tangible one. Like Sydney is lacking in green space in many areas. This is a great way to explore it. But beyond that, investing in carbon offsets that come through better, more sustainable agriculture is an important thing to do, especially in the era of disrupted global supply chains and the increasing realization of how unsustainable agriculture is. Let's put our corporate money into fixing that problem through smarter offsets. Let's put that into cultural burning, which is a great way to sequester carbon through healthier soils and soil mitigation and better management practice, and has extraordinary cultural preservation support and community development and wildlife generation and biohabitat expansion. All these things that our national policies are not doing for us can be addressed through offsets. So a really important design opportunity is designing a project-specific or institution or client-specific offset policy that creates many intentional other outcomes beyond climate carbon sequestration, and also forms really interesting, and we don't know what the values would be, but interesting relationships between city and country and white folks and black fellas and nerds and kind of tree huggers and all these different folks who don't normally encounter each other. And it's clearly slightly an idealistic view of this, but offset have a potential to do that because it recognizes the scale that we need to operate at and forces us to interact with each other.